Well, now it's time for team battle I didn't think I'd have in a while, but I got the chance to play it, which I won. Team battle Jinx. Attack damage red, attack damage queens. Armor yellow, magic resistance blue. And I think masteries were 21-9, taking pretty much 80 carry masteries aside from 9, the 9 in defensive. So, anyways, I'm as much as you guys keep saying she's not overpowered. She has a lot of overpowered features. For starters, her goddamn Q is really strong as a passive. That's the only reason she gets to jungle so effectively compared to other AD carries. Other AD carries have a lot more issues than she does, even with leashes. For starters, that fucking thing allows you to do this little trick where you can farm a monster from a distance and they can't really strike you. It adds more time to it, but it's like if you're about to die, might as well do that. Anyways, first gank of the day. Go top. Use my E to reveal Riven and maybe catch her. She ends up just jumping into it anyways. My W hits a minion, but, you know, she's pretty much going to be... she just pretty much got blasted to hell and back. Mid lane. I have a feeling that Ram is gonna kill Brand, so... As I show up, Rammus shows up as well. Too bad that, you know, Orianna got pretty much pelted down and destroyed. Ass blasted Orianna. That's what she is now. So, Jinx. She can actually be a competent jungler. Now, I'm not just pulling that out of my ass. The reasoning for this, aside from having a really massive fucking steroid that, you know, steroids really fucking help junglers, she has a lot of fucking utility on her other skills. Hell, look at this. Riven busting ass to just escape. I land my W, and then I throw in my snares. They trap her. I do tons of fucking damage to her for basically free. If Irelia was able to get on top of her, we may have killed her or just dealt a lot of fucking damage. Utility on an AD carry. Utility on the character, period. That, especially that long-range skill shots, that shit's just absurd. Look at this. I can come in, I deal a lot of damage, I slowed Orianna, I just blasted her, she hits a snare. So much utility to keep her pinned down. Of course, she kind of went in to kill Brand, but still, I have serious fucking damage with just 2 fucking items, and I have a lot of utility just in my kit. That spells jungle. That spells amazing jungler. It's kind of like a little bit of Xin Zhao in there without any dashes. Xin Zhao has damage and utility, at least for the early part of the game, and then he has serial initiation and other things. Still. And here comes another gank. Rammus gets in the Brand. We just turn on the Rammus. He gets slowed. Well, she misses her, you know, Q. But, you know, too bad. If she had hit her Q, that would have been one dead Rammus. Just me showing up counter ganks anything is a massive counter gank towards Rammus. Like, look, okay, another Orianna gank. Boom, hit her with W. Start blasting her. She hits a snare, utility. In comes the Brand's ultimate and the stun. And bam, Orianna's dead. Jesus fucking Christ, she ganks better than even some of the star junglers right now. Like, she ganks better than Malphite. I mean, Malphite's got a Malphite pre-6, I mean. Hell, even could be argued that she ganks better than Malphite level 6. Look at that. She can kite people. Very few junglers can fucking do that. Very few junglers can kite people. Very few junglers can still give assistance from far range. Look at this. The enemy team is going for their blue. Brandon and Irelia can stop it naturally. I come from a distance just to, you know, slow the Orianna. I steal the blue. Orianna's fucking destroyed. Blood blasted once again. This fucking utility, this fucking damage is absurd. I would probably, if I owned her on other accounts, play her in ranked if people wouldn't be pissed off. Oh, by the way, this is a rewind, eh? I fucked it up, so I'm going to rewind it several times until I get it right. This actually was kind of cool. There we go, I think. Nope. There we go. But this is another one of the whole, you know, things that she has. Bam! Fucking global ultimate. You can put pressure or assist a gank or anything if your aim is good enough. Hell, in team fights, it's percentage of health. That's just absurd as it is. Jesus fucking Christ. Look, from this range, I fucking pelt the Orianna. She slowed down enough for Brand to catch her, but of course she flashes over, and the ult doesn't do anything. My damage is high. It's just absurd. I know I have farm and I have kills. I'm going by really quickly. Well, I don't have actually farm. Farm comparable to, I mean, better than the Rammus at least, and I have kills. Kills are making up a lot of the portion of my you know, income. If I didn't have kills, instead of a BF sword, I would have gone for a Sheen, because Sheen is at least more cost effective than the BF sword for junglers. Anyways, my ult nimbly misses them, or I think it hit them and it didn't actually do much. Now I get to destroy. Okay, here's one of the other things I hate about Jinx. I know Riot sold her as somebody who can be destructive to towers, but holy crap, is it just fucking stupid just how strong she is at taking out towers. Of course, that tower was like near death, so it doesn't really count, but when I... boom, it doesn't, not enough to count, but later on you'll see just how quickly she melts towers. Here I catch Lucian, pelt him with all I have, and then I just shoot him with a rocket. That fucking range is absurd. That, like, the rocket launcher on the cube pretty much costs no mana. It's just insane. I've seen some people try to build mana immune, and I see, wow, that's fucking pointless. She farms well, she disengages. I mean, she doesn't have the, you know, gap closers or speed boost aside from the passive, but she disengages really well with the E and the W. As long as you have some distance between them, you know, it's for kiting, obviously. You can make out what's happening in this game so far. I'm pretty much fed and dominating the lanes, and you know, going as I'm just doing so much fucking damage. We destroy Dragon. Of course, it is kind of 4 people, so it dies. If they engage on us, they won't cross these stairs unless they want to be, you know, trapped. Of course, Thresh goes through the stairs because he needs to save Rammus. We pick at each other, we poke at each other, and nobody dies. I think Orianna died up on top lane though. We chase after Lucian. I don't manage to hit anything. I missed a W. If it hit, it wouldn't have accomplished anything anyways. So, just nothing happened there, but we wiped them out. I threw my ultimate and at Lucian, and Brand was able to pick up the Lucian kill, although he died in response. So, straight off. Now here comes Aurelia being chased by Rammus. Here we think he's going to die, but, you know, Aurelia allows her, gives her a place to dash forward to. I throw in the slow on the Rammus, and I create a barrier with the E. There's no way he's going to escape. Orianna goes on chasing, so I ambush gank her, and she just dies in like no time. I got a crit. If I didn't get a crit, Ash would probably stolen it. But oh well. So, Jungle Jinx. I will actually say it's a viable thing. I will, as long as you have a tanky initiator or some other fat meat or other ways to kite and kite and disengage like Janna, I would pick her. Ideally, it would be something like a Lane Jarvan or a Malphite, or you have a Janna or a Thresh on your team, and then you can kite the hell out of people and stuff like that. That's when I think it would be smart to pick Jinx. Or at least not to detrimental to pink Jinx. Pink Jinx. Because Jinx, she's obviously no tank. She's another AD carry. If you're not fair, you're going to become a soft carry. But damn, does she have a shitload of utility for fights and ganks. If anything, I know she's pretty overpowered right now in terms of, you know, her entire kit being ridiculous and how much of a lame boy she is. But yeah, people need to get this idea that just because a character just came out doesn't necessarily mean they can't be overpowered. I mean, I guessed wrong on the Aatrox, but if anything, I guessed that he was underpowered. At least it's safer to assume something is, you know, underpowered than it is. Well, actually, no. Yes, it's safer to assume something is underpowered than they are overpowered, but it's dumb to deny that something can be overpowered. Hell, even in the Aatrox videos, I said, you know, he could be overpowered, you know, but we just have to wait for other people to figure out, the better players. And the better players did eventually figure out how he should be played, and that's how he ended up being played. Anyways, I digress. My team is sort of kind of dying a little bit here. It's like, we need to just group up and push towers. That's what we're good at. But here we go. We initiate on them, and... like, all line of sight, fuck, and I get grabbed, I get destroyed, but this gives my Brand an opening to just ult 2 people and just obliterate them. Orianna barely gets hit. Lucian comes in, gets hit by Aurelia, massive brawl breaks out, and as you can see, the Ashe arrow comes in, hits the Rammus, and the Aurelia is able to pick up that kill. Everybody seems to be running away, but they forget there's an Ashe coming. They should just turn around and fight, because the Ashe kills the Lucian, then picks at the Orianna. Brand picks up the Orianna kill, and then Riven just gets kited and killed. So, yay for my team picking that up and turning it around. We have almost 10,000 gold over the enemy team. And this is where I learned that my ultimate doesn't hit minions. So, and this is where I learned that once again, line of sight gets me killed. I was trying to save John, and I'm like, they're probably behind. Nope, they're right on top of her. Now they're doing Baron. Of course, there's a mistake here. They're all clustered up. This allows the Baron to the Brand to come in, press his ultimate, and destroy the enemy team. And the Aurelia, of course, because several champions were destroyed or CC'd, is able just to run amok. So there's the quadra to kill. I'm showing up with my last whisper now, and we'll be able to destroy this Baron, in no time. Dead Baron. So Baron is taken down. My team is be able to fight another one if we were to go. In comes Lucian, accomplished nothing. My W misses, accomplished nothing. And then Rammus is trying to kill the Brand and the Aurelia who are trapped. So now here comes a fight. Bam! There goes the Rammus. And then W on the Riven. I chase her. The enemy team is my team is being kited. Lucian gets saved. I go forward. I almost kill the Lucian, but nope. I get trapped by the fucking Thresh. So it's a 2 for 0, and we have Baron 2. This inhibitor is ours. Oh, it is ours already. I think. I don't know. Aurelia gets killed. In comes Rammus. Time for him to get kited. Bam, we blast. Our Rivet just explodes. Our poke is ridiculous with 2 range characters and a Janna, a Brand. They really just kind of has to stand there without any skill shots. So, we take a dragon as well. If there's one thing that I think is going to be nerfed about, well, a couple of things that we nerfed about Jinx, is her passive. It's so easy to activate, and it's really fucking strong. That ultimate was a fucking field goal. Her Q steroid, and probably the range on the W or the width. They gave it some fake width or something. It's like, yeah, that little line skill shot of it, nope, it actually has more than that. Kind of like what they did with Elise's E when they were released. You know, her E had more range than it actually indicated. Because they said, so people can get used to it. No. I think Riot was really sad about the Lucian release and wanted to make an AD range champion that people would actually be excited about. Anyways, and with that is basically game. Hooray for Jinx. I had so much fucking fun playing her, and I would probably play her again, even in ranked, if I actually owned her on those accounts. Hooray for Jinx.